that part of Moores Mill Road where we live was called Red Ridge.
Huh.
And it's amazing how that vein of white clay existed in all that red clay.
Mm-hmm.
And to the left of the clay pits, my grandfather W.W. had built, we call it the fish pond. And that's where all of us cousins learned to swim, into skinny dipping.
Right.
And after the clay was brought up and ground in the mill, the grinder, then it was brought in and pressed through hardware cloth to get the rocks and foreign matter out of it. And from that point, the potter took it and made it into balls the size that the piece of pottery he's going to make would be. Mm-hmm. And he put that on the wheel the potter's wheel, which he propelled with his right foot with a kick bar at the bottom, and turned the wheel around. And with his hands, he shaped the pottery. From that point, he moved the pottery over to like 2x6s and put them on the boards, and then when you get a board full, they will be carried outside to dry in the sunshine. And when a cloud came up, everybody in the neighborhood would come hurry to get those fresh pots under the roof before the rain came. Mm-hmm. Then after they had dried, the water was out of them, they were white, then we had a brick kiln built in front of the shop, and with a fire pit in the front of it and sand floor in the back between the fire pit and the chimney.
Where would the sand come from, do you know?
I really don't know.
Nancy Creek, maybe?
Maybe so, could have been someplace close. Mm-hmm. And at that point, the potter very meticulously sat that kiln full of pottery. So it had to have so much space between stacks to make it burn evenly. Mm-hmm. Then, about 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, we would build a fire in that fire pit and fire that kiln all night long with cordwood. And then when it reached a certain temperature, and the potter, he was the leader in this thing, he would say, "All right, boys, it's done now," and they'd put a piece of metal over the hole where the firewood was chucked in and let it stay closed overnight. Mm-hmm. Then the next day, in the afternoon, after things had cooled down, it was time to go in there and get those pots and bring them out. And if hell's any hotter than that kiln was after firing, I don't want to go there.